Okay, cool. Awesome. So welcome. And today I'd like to talk about what brings you joy. And the money thing is something that keeps, it's like a huge thing in this reality, and it's part of everyone. I'm assuming everyone's reality. It's a huge part of mine. And I'm like so fond of making myself wrong every time I choose something which is greater than what I thought I could ever choose for myself. And recently I just I'm looking at a lot of money tools and how we can change this reality. And as part of the Warrior Group, this month we dedicated to creating a new reality with money. And uh, we've been putting up some posts there. I wondered if that's shifting anything for you guys, and if you have any questions on what would it take for you to change your reality with money. But in particular, today I'd like to talk about what brings you joy that you're not even willing to look at. Because what happened for me was when I started asking myself, okay, what do I truly desire and what brings me joy? Um, it was like a blank. It was like this total blank. And I was like, oh, what is this really? Because there was no answer coming, and well, I was looking for an answer. So, what are you looking at when I'm asking you? What brings you joy? That if you actually started doing it, would actually create money for you. So, does anyone have a question there, or do I just go on?
Go on.
What? Okay, okay, cool. I will. But it would be fun to see you guys. I really can't see anyone except me and Janana and Anita and Sakshi. Would it be fun for you to show us your pretty faces or whatever? Okay, if it's not light, it's fine. Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, so I just picked up this book which I'd ordered last month, which is Simon Milasa's Getting Out of Debt Joyfully, and haven't really gone past the first few pages, but this thing of what brings you joy was really very evident today. And I was like, okay, is it something that you guys also face, or is it really clear for you what brings you joy? So like doing these calls, talking to you guys and making videos and reading access stuff and all of these things really bring me joy. So what is it that actually brings you joy?
Yeah, it is. It's the same way
Sakshi, were you saying something?
Doing body process, receiving body process.
Yeah, yeah. So,
I was saying that book.
The book, the Getting Out of Debt Joyfully.
It's an amazing book. Like I started reading it a few days ago, and it has this beautiful energy around it. It's like it's filled with such joy, and like I was reading both Joy of Business and Getting Out of Debt by Simone Miles. Both of them are by her. And there is such a joyful energy around that book, Getting Out of Debt.
Yeah.
It is way different. It does, like, none of the Access books I have read till now give me that kind of energy. It's so much fun and so much more rather than business. It's about life,
Yeah. So, what business is your life that you're not willing to look at?
And
is
it
your
seems
life
so easy,
Yeah, it's easy. It's so easy, which is actually beautiful about it because okay, so I can just talk about what I've been going through and how I've been asking questions around it, and well, that's what is showing up for me right now. Unless you guys have any other specific questions.
What contribution can that be to us also?
Yeah, sure. So it's like, yeah, because so like I made this huge demand of becoming a certified facilitator, and I am so aware of the judgments, even though people can't really perceive, or I haven't really spoken about it to anyone other than my close family. But well, that, when you kind of make a big demand in your life, when you kind of actually, not kind of, you actually do. So when you really make a demand at changing something in your life, something that's joyful for you, but is really cognitively not making sense to anyone else around you, what are you aware of? And do you use that to make yourself wrong and to judge you for choosing
Yes.
what you choose,
Yes.
right? Plus,
Yes.
also,
Yeah, totally.
Thank you.
yeah. And then also, you're aware of what that choice is going to change for you. When we ask that question of, okay, what would my life look like 5 years or 3 years? I mean, even 3 years is showing up like huge for me. From now, what's going to look like if I choose this? And you're aware of the kind of change it's going to bring for you, the kind of potency that's going to show up for you. So here you are, and I'm just talking these couple of things because you as an infinite being are aware of so much more, as the chaos energy that's already started. The creation process has started because now you've made this demand, you've asked that question, and now though the universe has already started working to create that for you, right? And you're aware of other people's judgments of you, you're aware of the potency that you're going to be, you already are because you made the demand. Plus, now you're going into the judgment of you because you're not asking who does this belong to. And that is where, right? And that is where you start cutting off the joy of it. Because when you're making that demand, when you're doing those things, when you're creating, then you're happy and you're joyful, right? And that process has just started. But then you're aware of the judgments of others, and you forget to ask, maybe one of the things that you forget to ask, okay, is this really mine? Or am I already aware and has my awareness expanded so much that my allowance has not really caught up with that, right?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Here. So there is this class, okay, it's called the Happy Mouth series. It's about this dentist who's coming up with, energetic tools regarding dentistry.
Yeah.
And that class is in Paris. And I've made a demand, okay, of that class showing up. I know that, it is getting created for me. Okay, so like my mommy had, told me that she's going to give me a class. I just have to ask. But I can perceive and feel so many people's judgments around it to, actually, and I asked that questions, okay, what would it, how would my life?
Yeah. What is the question you asked? Hi, Renu. I'm so glad you. No, your voice is cutting off, Sakshi.
But I'm very scared, like.
Can you type it out, please?
Okay. Just had they've just done 2 marriages. Like I'm saying, they I've been like feeling very awkward to ask them.
Okay, cool. Thanks for that. So, wow. So what I got,
Hello?
what I actually could get only 2 or 3 things out of what you said was that there's this class that you want to choose, and your aunt, one of your aunts has offered. Oh, she's conked off. Okay. So how much potency are you using to conk off all supporting systems with totallys? Everything that is, we're just trying to talk. Right and wrong, good and bad, porn, pork, online shorts, boys and beyond. So how much potency do you be when you're choosing that, when you're demanding that you actually conk off all technology and all the systems around you, and you think that's a wrongness? Because it's like so fond of going into the wrongness of you, right? So everything that is and everywhere, you're going into the wrongness of you, you're just trying to create off. Right and wrong, pork, online shorts, boys and beyond. So Sakshi, did you get that? Oh, okay. So I have a question for you guys now. Sakshi, did you catch that?
No, I missed it. Yeah,
I was asking how much. No, you didn't miss it. Okay, I'll repeat. Let's not miss it.
Okay.
So, So let's
Okay.
add that to the challenge now. So what if, how much potency are you being when you're making that demand? When you're being that joyful, when you're creating, that it conks off all supporting systems and makes you miss it or makes you think that you missed it. Yeah.
I
So
cannot hear.
how much potency are you being right now when you're making that demand that's
It
conking
just
off, that is not allowing you to receive? Okay, now be here.
okay.
That
My
is not
body is
allowing
just
you to receive what you would truly like to receive to create the
oh,
future that you're desiring with total ease.
Thank you.
yes.
So
I
everything
love
that is,
this.
will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Strong, good and bad, porn, pork, online shots, boys and beyond. So are you willing to see who really, what the supporting systems are for you? Who are the people? What are the situations? What are the energies that are supporting you, and not conk those off? Conk off the ones that are not supporting you.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes. Oh,
right?
yeah.
That's the joy of it, the joy of receiving. So how many of us are cool
I
at,
love this.
yeah, how cool are you at receiving?
Oh,
And
I'm.
asking.
Hmm.
So what is it joyful for you to ask? Is it joyful for you to
Yes, it
receive?
is. It is. It is
Is
so
it?
like, yeah, like all my barriers have just flown away somewhere, and I'm just in this bubbling mass of excitement and, energy right now.
Right. So how cool are you that you're not acknowledging? How joyful can you be that would allow all of this to show up with total ease? How joyful
Yes,
can you?
please.
Okay, so now whatever. Okay, just get the energy of the joy that you are being right now
Okay.
and exponentialize it. Okay? 100 times, 1,000 times, and keep expanding as you do that. Right? And you can make it as difficult as you want, okay? Just keep bringing
Yes.
up your barriers so that you can't do this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And keep exponentializing joy, right? Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So how much joy can you be? And now just ask for that joy to kind of fill up each and every cell in your body. Just ask that,
Oh,
right? Okay.
yeah.
Could you do that?
Yes.
Yeah. So what is stopping us from being the joy every 10 seconds of every day, every nanosecond of those 10 seconds every day? And if you are being that joy, then what would you create?
Oh
See
my
what she's
God, we
talking.
can create anything. Anything, absolutely.
See what
And
Simone is talking about. Yeah. Okay. So that brings me to
Yes.
the second part of Jana, can we have that poster here the way you did it just now? Um, so the second part of it, which I want to kind of bring up, is do whatever it is you love to do because it would bring you more money. Okay. Okay.
oh, yes.
Can you see
Hmm.
that? So what do you love to do? What do you love to do? Would you like to make a list of the things that you love to do? Can you see them? Like when you were a 5-year-old or a 7-year-old or maybe a 3-year-old, you knew the things that you love, whether it was coloring, whether it was dancing, whether it was just getting wet in the rain, whether it was just having an ice cream, right? But
Yes.
when I looked
Yeah.
at this, okay, what do I love to do? I started looking at all the things that were significant. Okay, what do I love to do? Yoga, Zumba, which is like I don't love to do them anyway. Creating a new business. No, none of them were fun for me, because there was so much of significance attached to it. But what are the simple things that you love to do? Let's start simple. Okay, what are the simple things that you love to do? What do you love to do? Talking to a friend,
Yes.
bitching, yeah,
Plucking flowers.
yeah, right. So yeah, even if
Making
it's
new paths.
yeah, what else? What else do you love to do?
Standing out in nature and just talking, like talking to nobody, or just, like simply
We are looking at
being a
butterflies.
child.
Yeah, look at butterflies. But so what have you made so significant about even looking at what you love to do? Because there has to be a significance attached to something, because there has to be value to what you do. So what if you could make yourself totally useless? What would that be? Would that add more joy to your life?
Yes.
So where are all the places that you're trying to prove that you're valuable, that you're trying to prove that you're doing something significant, that that it should look important? And all of those things. And how do we where's the money in it? When you were a kid, when you're looking at butterflies or we're having an ice cream, did you even bother who's paying for the ice cream?
No.
Oh, I'm just having the ice cream. So now, Sakshi, what makes the ice cream different from that class?
Nothing. Just me not asking for it.
Yeah. Or the
And
amount
being
of
that childlike joy I was.
Or the amount of money, the amount of time, the significance of what it would mean to someone else. And all the years of
I was just
gone
that.
into it, of making all of that significant. Yeah. And also, what if you could let that class go, whether or not, like you're asking for that class, now how and when it shows up, it's for the universe to decide. But when you decide, oh, this is the class I want to do, here is where I want to go. And if I do it right now, right here, with this person, in this place, then there is something wrong with me. I didn't choose.
Like this feels very live, because I know like chaos has begun already and I can feel it actualizing. I don't know when it's going to be. I also feel like buying the call CDs is way light for me. So, I'm like asking questions, okay, what next, what better?
Yeah, so how does it get better? And all right, I'm making the demand. And okay, what seems joyful to you? Because the moment you made that demand, you see how you go into, oh, I can't ask, the joy is cut off. Oh, this class doesn't look like it's happening. Joy is cut off, creation process stopped. I don't think I made the right choice. Judgment? Where did the joy go? So joy and judgment cannot exist together. Joy and gratitude cannot exist together, but gratitude and joy can definitely exist together. See?
So, gratitude and joy can exist together, but what did you say before that?
I said joy and judgment cannot exist together. Gratitude and judgment cannot exist together.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Right? Joy and gratitude can definitely be friends. Right? Gratitude brings a lot of joy. It's
definitely does.
Gratitude pal, right? So they go together wherever they go. So if you're grateful, and it's like amazing how more joy can show up in your life, and the more joy you have, the more money shows up, right? And the tricky part is that you kind of bring time into the picture and say, oh, it didn't show up in the time I expected it to, and so this thing doesn't work. And there goes your creation and chaos again, right?
Can you talk more on time and like what exactly is time and its relation to this reality? Because in this reality, time is given a lot of significance. So, like there are many times, we, even if we're creating, we just...
Yeah, you kind of got cut off again. So I will answer what I heard. So, Gary says time is a construct of this reality, which means that who created time? So like if you go back to history and you see, was there a concept of time? There was only a concept of night and day probably, because the sun would rise and the sun would set. But who created the concept of time? Man did, right?
Yes.
So time is really a construct of this reality, and it is used so many times. If you see how it's been used in this reality, it's mostly used against you. If you haven't been able to do something in a particular amount of time, well, you're wrong. But also you have to see that you cannot really exclude, and like consciousness includes everything, right? And judges nothing. So if you have to exist in this reality, and if you have to thrive in this reality, not really only survive, if you want to survive, then you have to include this reality into your reality, but not get controlled by it. You get it?
Yeah, I get it now.
Right? So if you use time to your advantage, then how would you use it?
Maybe speed it up or slow it down to my reality.
Right. So that's a question that you keep asking. Okay, when do I need to speed it up? When do I need to slow it down? What do I need to do here? When is this expected of me? Do I want to deliver it in this time? When would it be fun to be there? When would I, but we go by, oh, I have to do this in this amount of time, and if this does not happen in this amount of time, then I'm wrong. And if you see the corporate world, it really functions on time. And how much does it control people with time? But how much of that is significant? Like, okay, like I've seen corporate jobs where they'll say, okay, this has to be done in this much time. If it does not happen in this much time, then we're losing out on money. But is there any of that really true? How much of that is true?
No.
Conveniently, if they want to move a date because some senior official or for some reason something is not shown up, they will conveniently move the date to another date, right? And then what happens to the time? And then what? So what are they doing? They're basically using it to control you, right?
Yes.
What if you were aware of where it was being used against you and where you can use it to your advantage? Then how would it work?
That would change so much.
Right. So that's how I play. I would like to play with time, and you can play with it too. Ask a lot of questions around it. Right. So when you're actually functioning from a question, then a lot of choices open up for you, which is the non-contextual reality, actually, where there is no context, really, no reference point. Right. So, well, that was another direction altogether. What if we could come back to what brings you joy, and if it's bringing you joy to finish it in this much time, then you do it. And if you're kind of okay, I'm done with it for now, and maybe when can I do this next? Like Gary says, if you're writing a book, or if you're writing a book, then do it in 20-minute intervals, because that's when you're most creative. Okay, so 20 minutes, humanoid, you're done. Right? And I use that so much with my children. Because when children don't want to study, you just tell them, okay, 20 minutes flat. And sometimes they can stretch it. And sometimes they're done in 20 minutes. It really works. So what if you could use this 20-minute increment and ask your projects, your businesses, your whatever is creating money for you? And would that create more joy? Would you be able to accomplish more in the amount of time you have? Yeah? So play with that. Now, the one more thing that I want to touch on today's call is, she says, do not create anything as a justification for why you are not choosing something. So would you like to look at the stories and the justifications and the excuses you have that you're using to not step up, to not create? Like how many dream projects you have that you're waiting that one day you'll start them, one day it's going to happen, one day I'm going to do those things that I love. When is that day going to come? And how many stories and justifications are you using to not do it right away, or to not be in question about when it would like to show? Making any sense? No. It looks like no. Okay, so yeah, those are actually the 2 or 3 things that I wanted to touch upon when I put this up, because those are the things that showed up for me big time. Is one, kind of just brush it up again. What brings you joy? So start looking at what brings you joy, and they could be the simplest stick of things, like you guys said, looking at standing out and just enjoying a cup of coffee in nature, looking at a butterfly, which we really don't give ourselves time for because we can't get our eyes off WhatsApp and Facebook and other stuff. Oh, well, that's another call, probably, technology. But yeah, so what brings you joy? Start looking at the things that bring you joy, and do whatever it is that you would love to do. And once you start doing that, it would actually start creating money for you. And although she hasn't mentioned it here, maybe she's mentioned it later in the book. I haven't gone there yet. But what if you could actually look at time in a way that you could use it to your advantage and not use it against you, not use it to judge you, right? And the third thing is, how many stories and justifications do you have and excuses do you have that is not allowing you to create what you would truly like to create? So everything that's not allowing you to look at it, to see it with total clarity, will you please just join and feel it all? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So I'm kind of done here with what I wanted to put across. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to ask. Or do we call it a call? Yeah, I think we're done.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You are so welcome.
Wow, amazing. Thank you.
You're so welcome. So we will put this recording up there on the Warrior
it was
page.
Such a perfect call.
Yay! I'm so happy he contributed. Thank you guys for showing up, and thank you for your questions. Huge contribution. Thank you so much. And if there are any other questions on this, anything at all, just put it up there on the group so other people can also know and ask more questions. Yeah. And let's actually change our monetary realities. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.